Support for City Series boys basketball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Good evening and welcome to Akron North High School for boys City Series action. Tonight, the home team on the scoreboard, North Vikings, in their yellow Laker-like jerseys against the Kenmore-Garfield Rams, and we'll tip it up, and the Rams win the tip. Starting for the Rams, Brandon Evans, Jordan Randolph, Eddie Dandridge, Armani Council, and Trey Tipton. 3-2 zone defense shown by the Vikings. Weave action, they go into Tipton and they swarm him for the first turnover for Kenmore. North back the other way, quick three ball. Jason Johnson on the board. Three quick ones for the Vikings. Showing that 3-2 zone look. Good hands, and they throw it away again, and a good start here for North. 2 possessions, 2 forced turnovers. Much to the chagrin of, and they're going to show the same thing, a little 1-2-2 look, both teams with a zone defense. Good ball movement, no dribbles. 3 ball. Three ball is good. Back-to-back threes for the Vikings. I believe that was Woodall. Take to the hole, up, no good. Rebound Vikings, Javon Banks, and he's fouled. So back-to-back threes. Foul is going to be on Jordan Randolph, his first. Good attacking, and that one thrown right through North Vikings for their first turnover. Kenmore-Garfield back on the attack. And that's going to be a travel. 6-0, 2 minutes in. 1-2-2 pressure is being brought now by the Rams. Broke easily, but ball knocked out of bounds. Bounce pass would have got to him there. Joe Pacansky with you here from center court. Action here on a little warmer night. Nice take by the left-hander, Jaquan Campbell. 8-0 run and a quick timeout for the Rams, and a great start here at home for the Vikings. 8-0 is your score. Really quick beginning for North. They're heating things up on a cold night outside. City Series basketball here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education, where students can choose from 30 different career education programs. For more information, apscareers.com. Kind of been a weird season. We've kind of been plagued over the holidays with bad weather, some school cancellations. Teams kind of starting to get into that second half of the schedule here. So the basketball really kind of split into a couple of seasons. You have the before winter break and then the after. And we're kind of just getting a late start on the after because of spotty weather. Teams not getting to play twice a week every week as they will pretty much here on in. Every Tuesday and Friday, most of these teams are scheduled throughout, as these teams look to get their second half legs, if you will. The North has them so far coming out really strong. They're extending the defense now. Tipton inside, and then he gets bodied up, but that will be a foul. Foul's on number 23. First team foul for the Vikings. And they called that a shooting foul, I guess. Peter disagrees. I have to agree with Peter. Trey misses the first one. Tipton trying to get his squad on the board. Swish. 8-1, and Garfield bringing the pressure. So far, North handling it pretty well. They're really spreading it out well. Ill-advised, not. 3 ball. 3 threes. And North up 10, on fire here at home in the first quarter. 3 ball the other way, deep, and it's no good. Rebound goes to Campbell, and he's going to push. Nothing there. Another open look as they drive to the hole. Somehow he got that up. Not a great shot, but he caught himself up with nowhere to go. Kind of flipped it up, did Salters, and it goes out of bounds back to the Rams. Good in-out action. Both these teams moving the ball well, not wasting the dribble here against the zone. Tipton throws it away. 4 turnovers now. Coming the other way, 2-on-1. Left hand up and good. 2 more for Campbell. He's got 4. (13-1). North just jumping. Tipton with a nice cut. 2 points for Trey Tipton. He has all 3 here. Good patience by Garfield. That one knocked away, and it's going to go off of the Vikings and their second turnover. Sub into the game, that's going to be Drew Williams. He replaces Council. Get another guard in here to spread out the zone. Very active zone here early. We'll see if North can keep that intensity. If they do, they're going to be well on their way. They turn it over and they turn it right back. Shot no good. Rebound, loose ball picked up by Trey Tipton with the tip. Tipton with the tip. Good job on the offensive glass by Randolph and Tipton that time. Another turnover. Garfield getting it going now. Left hand scoop, no. And we have a battle for the rebound. There's a bump. Loose balls everywhere. Garfield starting to get more of them. Drawing the foul was number 12. I believe that's Cameron Brown. He misses the first one. One more for the Rams upcoming. Brown in and out on the second, misses both. Rebound corralled by Salters. Quick shot the other way, no. Drew Williams with the rebound, and they're on the push. Holds it up, good job getting back in transition. That one, they tried to get it to Tipton. He couldn't get it, but he got it back. Can't get it to go. Skying for the rebound is the Vikings, and they're gonna go the other way. Johnson can't handle it, and it will stay here. Deion Scott into the ball game for the first time for the Vikings. Wide open in the corner. They didn't even bother, and he said, I'll take that 3. Terrell Salters, you heard it, 4 for 5 from 3-point range, and that is just missed assignment there by the Rams. 4 3 balls, and the Vikings back up by 11.
North is on a 16-5 run.
16-5, Vikings lead here early in the first quarter. About 2 minutes and some change. Actually, 2:51 still left here in the first quarter. A hot start. 4 3 balls.
We're going to wait for a minute before something on the floor is a little wet spot.
Yeah, it looks like they're drying up the floor a little bit, and we'll get ready to get back to action. That's going to be the hop step, and good call, traveling violation. Garfield going to bring more pressure, and they go deep to Johnson. He just leaks out, and another missed assignment, and a great look by Salters. Johnson has 5. Good teamwork so far by the Vikings. Williams fakes and drills the 3. Nice ball fake, giving him a little space. Drew Williams. Banks was open. Johnson doesn't hesitate. Corner 3s all day for North. On fire. Johnson with 8. 5 3 balls leading to 21 first quarter points for the Vikes. Good drive to the rack. No call. Rebound by Salters. He'll go the other way. Great bounce pass. Johnson can't get it to go. Another rebound. Williams will rebound on the other way, and they'll push. Nice hop and score by Trey Tipton as he uses the body well to get to the rack. Johnson almost thought of about another 3 there, but he pulled it back. Vikings up by 11 here, in no rush. I guess the soft, yes, very soft man being played by the Rams here. They're running the weave. Have a wild shot there, doesn't go. Rebound by Eddie Dandridge. Dandridge takes it to the rack. He's cut off. Williams looking for space, can't find it. North staying in this zone, and why not? Johnson with the rebound, and they're out and running. Campbell on the break, it's blocked. Loose ball picked up by Deion Scott. Great ball reversal so far. They're going to go one shot. They're going 5 out, 4 out, 1 in. Javon Banks, the one guy kind of working the post. Not the tallest guy, but certainly maybe the strongest. Nice take to the hole, but can't get it to go to Deion Scott. Rebound ripped down, and Garfield Rams on the run, but they throw it away. Turnover right back. Tipped in for 3, and count it at the buzzer, and maybe a little bit of silver lining in a bad first quarter for the Rams. Trey Tipton knocks down the 3, and he's got 10 of their 13. And after 1 quarter, it is the North Vikings 21, Kenmore-Garfield Rams 13. And all we had is 7 threes in the first quarter, no big deal. Hey, if you want to see more 3 balls, tune in to APS 15, where we're here to cover City Series boys basketball. And it is supported by the Akron Public Schools. For enrollment opportunities, akronschools.com. Akron Public Schools, smart choice. The action fast and furious here from Akron North High School. We'll see if the defenses tire out here a little bit in the second quarter. Both teams have turned it over quite a bit. Both showing some zone defense and maybe bothering the other teams with that. North's defense been more effective. They forced 7 turnovers. They've turned it over 5 times themselves, but they've shot the lights out. 2 threes by Woodall, 2 threes by Johnson, a 3 by Salters. North basketball as they lead by 8 here going into the second quarter. They haven't had an answer for Trey Tipton yet, and we'll see if Garfield keeps exploiting that. Great hands and the steal by Garfield. Most energy they've shown defensively. Nice take by Brown. First 2 of the second quarter. And back come Garfield, and Garfield looks like Kenmore-Garfield, I beg your pardon, looks like coming out of that timeout, they kind of look like a quarter timeout. They look with like a little more energy. Five-second violation, and how about it? Back-to-back possessions. Defense has been the key. They didn't. They came out flat, a little flat-footed on defense. A couple blown assignments leading to wide-open threes. Let's give North credit for knocking them down, but you see now as Kenmore-Garfield's gone man, and it looks like they got a little bit more energy on the defensive end. Moving the ball well on offense, see if they can get a good look. They do. Wide open 3 ball, can't get it to go, but they hit the boards hard and get the rebound inside. Tipton, head fake up and 1. Great look on the offensive rebound by Armani Council. Trey Tipton has a dozen, and he's going to look to add to it. Banks' first foul for the Vikings, and that lead that was as much as 13 is now down to 4. Tipton, good rotation on that shot, knocks it down. Full court pressure, and 3-on-1 on the backside. Tipton rejects it, and that's going to be off of Banks. Way to high point that ball by Trey Tipton. He timed it up perfectly and avoided the contact. 5-0 run to start the second for the Rams. Wide open 3, and we're tied up. Just like that, Rams back in this thing and tied up. Banks to the rack, can't get it to go. Not as much ball movement here against the man-to-man. They're kind of looking more to take off the dribble. Banks. And a great effort by Brown. Another turnover. Stop and pop, and Garfield has their first lead. A tale of 2 quarters thus far. And North looks like they may need a timeout. Oh, there's contact. No whistle. Wild shot, no. Rebound, but we're going to have a foul on the putback attempt by Scott. Nice job hitting the offensive glass by Deion Scott.
Foul on Garfield Kenmore, team foul number 2. Deion Scott will shoot 2 for the Vikings.
And they're not going to give me who the foul was on, obviously. Knocks down the first one.
Number 23. Replaces number 5, JJ Banks.
Banks is going to take a rest. Scott drills both of them, first 2 points of the second quarter. And we're tied again at 23 this time. Nice high-low action, great look, tipped in, finds Goins. 2 more. All Rams here in the second quarter thus far. A 13-2 run has them up by 2. Both teams kind of lose it there. No turnover, just Scott can't get it to go. Rebound, Tipton. Garfield on the push the other way. Great hands by Tipton. He goes up, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, and as I said, no answer for Trey Tipton in this one. Garfield now up 4. North rode that hot shooting early. Can they keep it going? Yes, they can. Jason Johnson, 11 points and a big basket. They really needed it. You feel, though, Peter, they might have to shoot the lights out to stay in this thing. Garfield not shooting nearly as well, but they're getting after it. That one's going to go out of bounds, though, back to the Vikings. More full court pressure. That pass was in the air for a long time, and it's turned over off of the foot of Johnson. Stop and pop the other way. Williams can't get it to go. Rebound to Salter. Attacks Euro step, but that doesn't do anything to Tipton as he got back and avoided the foul. Great job by Tipton. North going to take a 30-second timeout. Thank you, North. Give me a chance to catch my breath here. And also a chance to let you know, City Series basketball here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering universal breakfast program to ensure free breakfast and lunch for every student in Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com.
4.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Stay tuned to APS 15 for all the hottest City Series action as conference favorites and rivalries happen here in the next month or so. Same time next week. North going to trigger it inbounds underneath their own goal here. Garfield's extended the defense. North's offense doesn't look as good. Johnson in the corner again. That one highly contested, but they get the offensive rebound. But they throw it away. Turnovers mounting up for the Vikings. Took that extra step. Just a little bit too much of a rush, that's all. Halfway through the second quarter here. Banks, another block by Tipton. That's his third. Drive to the hole, contact created by the offensive player, no whistle because of that. Rebounds to Deion Scott, and another turnover for the Vikings. 11 turnovers already. Killing them here in the second quarter. But they only trail by 1. Tight ball game so far. Pass in, turnover, back to the Vikings. They are on the push. Lots of contact. That's going to be an offensive foul on Campbell. No basket. Take the basket away. Rams keep the lead by 1. Almost a walk there. No call. They back off, give that 3 wide open, but they don't block out on the other end, but it's picked up by Campbell. All the way, can't get it to go. Rebound, Trey Tipton. Garfield back the other way. Brown with the floater, no. Tip, no. Banks pulls it down. Nice pass to the cutter. And that's Campbell doing it in the open floor. North back up by 1. Inside out action, 3 ball, no. Rebound to 23. Banks on the push. He loses it and fires it over to me, but it's caught, thankfully. Trey Tipton rips down the rebound. And shooting has cooled off here in the second quarter, as you might expect. Garfield with the ball and a chance to take the lead. Nice cut to the baseline. Up, no good. Tipton gets the loose ball. Tipton well on his way to a double-double. Rebound in traffic, a lot of contact, no whistle. And we're going to have a kick. We could have had a reach-in foul too, so I think Brown will take the kick.
Back in board, number 3, Terrell Salter. And for North, number 14.
Addie Taylor in for North for the first time. Tipton won't leave that paint area very much. They're going to go pick and roll. That's smart. Make him defend the pick and roll. Quick 3 ball, and it's good.
8 out of 12 for North, downtown for 3.
Campbell with 9. Lead back up to 4 for the Vikings, as maybe they've withstood this run by the Rams. Good hands again by Campbell. Turnover.
1 minute, less than 1 minute before halftime.
Wild action, and we're going to have a jump ball, and it's going to go back to the Rams on the turnover. 12th turnover for the Vikings. The Rams have turned it over 10 times. And after that quick start to the second quarter, Kenmore-Garfield looking to score. They haven't scored in about 3.5 minutes now. Tipton wide open if he faces up, just hit that 15-footer. Nice job splitting, but then a wild shot, but it's gonna stay with the Rams.
Back in for North, number 1, Dion Scott. For Terrell Salter.
Looks like North goes man-to-man. Nope. Well, they're not guarding that man. Banks with the rebound. And back the other way, up for 2, Dion Scott. He's got 4. After Javon Banks pulled down his 4th rebound. So both teams with huge runs in this game. Nice cut and up, no. Tipton with another rebound and tip in. Trey Tipton. How about 17 points at the end of the half? Campbell can't get it to go, and a good half of basketball. And after a half of play, North Vikings 33 and Garfield 29. We'll be back with first half stats and second half action. You're watching City Series basketball here on APS 15. Peter George, Joe Pacansky back here with you from Akron North High School. We're at the half as we get ready to start the third quarter. So North Vikings 33 and the Kenmore-Garfield Rams 29. We'll go over the first half stats. Leading the way for Kenmore-Garfield, Trey Tipton. All he did was have 17 points and 7 rebounds in the first half. That's a half season for some players. Great first half for Trey, keeping his team in the game. Drew Williams off the bench with 5 points, and also Cameron Brown as well off the bench with 5. Ira Goins with 2 points for the Rams. On the other side for the Vikings, 11 points for Jason Johnson, 3 3-balls. Woodall with 6. 4 points for Deion Scott. 9 points for Jaquan Campbell. Him and Javon Banks with 4 rebounds apiece. Also Terrell Salters with a 3-ball, 3 points for him. 33-29, your score in a game that featured a lot of turnovers and some hot outside shooting in the first half. As we get ready for second half action here, it looks like North will trigger it in here as they go right to left. Terrell Salter's going to trigger it in to Campbell.
Ellis Ball, start the second half right now.
A little weave action for the Vikings. Banks looks to take Tipton off the dribble. He can't. 3-ball.
Thank you for 3. Downtown. 9 out of 13.
Woodall, third 3 for him. He's got 9. Line driving it, and he's feeling it today. 3 for 4 from 3-point range. Back to that zone are the Vikings. They give it up on baseline. Up and good. Nice up and under by Jordan Randolph. His first 2 cuts the lead back to 5. And we're right back at it here in the third quarter in North Akron. Good in and out action. And we're going to have a push off the ball on 23, his second foul. They come out trapping. In and out, Williams can't get it to go. Rebound up, no. Rebound Tipton. He brings it down and loses it. Another loose ball gathered by Randolph, who's showing good energy. Tipton again, and North going to have to do a better job on the boards or they're going to be in trouble. 4 shots there for Kenmore-Garfield. Tipton finally fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
There's first in the second half. Team foul number 1. Garfield Kenmore shoots 2.
Tipton with a good touch.
1 more for Garfield Kenmore.
3 for 4 from the line for Trey.
He does.
Knocks it down. 19 for Trey, and they're going to bring pressure. That should have been a foul on Banks. I mean, he just shoved him down. Tipton, he's going to get called for the foul on that one. He did good going up with the swat down, got him with the body. Campbell draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Only Tipton's first.
His first in the second half. Quad Campbell on the line, Vikings. Shoot 2.
Short on the first.
1 more for Quad Campbell. Cut it to 4.
Only 3 foul shots taken now for North. 2 for 3 as a team. Now 2 for 4. Loose ball knocked away to Williams. Nice pass. Randolph can't get it to go. They're going to call him for shuffling his feet. Full court pressure being brought now by Rams. Johnson can't quite handle that pass, but gets it back out. They set it up. Fadeaway 3 for Johnson, and he got it. He was not even set. Said, who cares? 14 for Jason Johnson. The hot shooting continues. Garfield has a chance. There you go. You got to attack that seam. Late whistle, but the foul. Brown will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to go on Campbell.
Foul on North, team foul number 2. Garfield Kenmore was shooting couple.
Can't get the first one to go. Brown now 0 for 3 from the line. He drills that one, which will enable them to set up pressure. Nice step through, and we got numbers the other way. But good hustle by Williams. He gets the steal. Back the other way is Kenmore-Garfield. And you know what? He was anticipating it, but as soon as Jordan Randolph put the shoulder down, made it an easy call, even though the defender wasn't really set. I mean, he still ran him over. Where if he would have jump stopped, that guy would have fell down before contact even occurred. But good job nonetheless by North, drawing the charge. Three-pointer in the corner is up and good. Salters drills his second 3, and if they keep shooting like this, Peter, I think the Vikings might come home with a win today. Williams inside, no call. Javon Banks rips down his 5th rebound. On the run, Salter 2, another one, can't get it to go. Rebound and leak out the other way for Williams. He's fouled, good strength to get it up. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's gonna be on Jason Johnson. Williams to the line to shoot 2. Good job on the board so far in this 3rd quarter for Jordan Randolph. Front rim and good for Drew Williams. Deion Scott placing Woodall, who has those 3 threes in the ball game. Williams drills 2, cuts the lead to 6, 42-36 Vikings. Kenmore-Garfield man-to-man defensively. They started in the zone and North ate them up with outside shooting. Now man has been a little bit more effective, but North's shooting really hot in the 1st and 3rd quarters. 3 threes already in this 3rd quarter to go with 5 in the 1st. I'd say that's hot. Wild shot, can't get it to go, but gets his own rebound. That's Campbell. Another 3-ball, no. Long rebound to Campbell. High arcer, no. Randolph with the rebound. On the push the other way, Williams up. Good body control, up and good. And a quick timeout for the Vikings, as we've talked about it, kind of living and dying by the 3. 10 threes in the ball game, so they have 3-pointers on 30 of their 42 points. But they have shot it well enough to be in the lead, that's for sure. City Series basketball here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program at Firestone High School, which is a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school student in the world. For more information, Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. In public schools, smart choice. Halfway through the 3rd quarter. Garfield a little late getting out, but they make it. Number 4, John Henry checks in for the first time for Garfield. Oh, and they swarm defender. We get a turnover and break out the other way. Brown, 2 more for him. And it's back to a 2-point game. Tipton the other way is going to get called for the late whistle. And that one he didn't have to try to block because I don't think there was any way that was going to go in. But Salters does a job of drawing the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
12 Salters on the line, shooting 2.
Line drive, no on the first one. North 0 for 3 in the third quarter from the foul line. Yes, shooting better from 3-point range than they are from the foul line, make it 0 for 4. Nice job backdoor and a good block by Scott. 3-on-2 the other way. Johnson for 3, and he nails it. I think he might have got hit too. Jason Johnson, 17 points. He doesn't need much space or time. He's your J.R. Smith or Kyle Korver, if you will, of this team. But he's shooting better than both those guys right now. Just doing a really nice job playing his role, playing a lot of minutes. Playing smart basketball and shooting the ball great. Great anticipation and finish the other way by Campbell off of the steal. Vikings back up by a touchdown. Nice pass by Henry as he finds the cutting Randolph. 2 more for him. Nice patience there by Garfield. And not so much on the other end. Quick one, and that's going to be off of the Vikings. Really quick one pass on a shot there. Had a good look, just couldn't knock it down. 2 minutes and some change left here in the third quarter. In one that's been relatively tight. North built up a lead by as much as a dozen, but Garfield came storming back in the second quarter. And they're coming back again. 3-ball Cameron Brown cuts it back to a 2-point game. Back and forth we go. Fourth quarter is going to be about defense and conditioning, man. Which team is fresher? Because I don't think the shooting will be as good in the fourth quarter. That one knocked off of Brown, but he has some good quick hands. Terrell Salter is going to get a blow. Having trouble getting it in, but they do. Good body control inside. 11 for Whittle. Good ball fake by Henry. Brown might have got away with a walk, can't get it to go. Doing a good job, Tipton not getting it, but it can't keep Randolph off the glass. Brown for 3 more, no. Rebound by Henry, good scrap by him. We got a scrum and a jump ball. So the Rams not shooting it well, Peter, but they're doing a good job on the offensive glass, getting second chances. Henry will back to the bench as he did a nice job in a few minutes of PT. Number 20, Goins back in. He can't go, he does save it. They're doing a nice job double teaming him. You could really see it there on your screen, nothing open. Banks to the hole, but he gives it up, and before the shot, a little shuffle of the feet. Boy, if they could just jump shot and take the 8-footer instead of, and I say that, but I would have probably done the same thing as a basketball player. Instead of taking that short shot, just looking for the contact. I used to do it all the time. Nice in and out action, but they can't get it to go. Rebound to Campbell. His 5th rebound to go ahead with 11 points. Nice floor game by him, showing his handles as he gets to the rack and brings it back out. Good hands again by Brown. 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 4-point game, and we'll see if North has the patience to take the last shot. Oh, don't leave him open. Oh my goodness! Heat check. Jason Johnson, 3 more. As we go the other way and we have a travel with 1 second left. All Jason Johnson here in the 3rd quarter. 3 of his team's 5 threes. Give it to him. Give it to this guy right here. He hasn't hit the rim yet, Peter, and that's a good thing. Not only does he have 6 threes, I think he's about 6 of 8 from 3-point range. Yeah, fired up. Oh, he doesn't want to mess that shooting percentage up. I would have shot it. My percentage never as high as Jason Johnson, who leads all scorers with 20, including 6 threes after 3 quarters of play. North 52. And the Kenmore-Garfield Rams, 45. My big concern for North, can they keep this going? Twelve three-pointers in the ball game. Can they keep it going? And it's going to take about 3 more, I think, to win, probably. Can they win without them? They haven't got enough scoring throughout the game without them.
Girls Monday, boys Tuesday, freshmen Wednesday, girls on Thursday, boys have until next Friday.
After 1 quarter, it was North 21, Kenmore-Garfield 13. They trimmed that lead to 4 at the half, and now it's extended back to 7. Can the North Vikings hold on to take this one wire to wire? A hot start and another good shooting 3rd quarter. They kind of weathered a huge run in the 2nd quarter by Kenmore-Garfield, in which they took the lead. You got to feel like Garfield's got 1 more run in him. The key, though, was Trey Tipton. They held him to 2 foul shots in that 3rd quarter. Great halftime adjustments. Now they're going to run Johnson off some screens, but they can't get it to him. But a great save, but it's still turned over. We go the other way, takes contact up and good. A nice take by Cameron Brown. 13 for Brown now. And he tried to get another steal, doesn't get it. Nice little step, but he can't get it. Rebound to Consul. And if you're Kenmore-Garfield, you got to find a way to get the ball to Tipton. Got to get touches. They're doing a great job, the North defense. You got to know where he is. He had 17 in the first half. He'll give up that shot, but they do find him finally on the flash, and he drills it. They took a really good look from Drew Williams. Got to get Tipton involved. He now has 21, and it's back down to a 3-point game. There's going to be a tough block on Brown as he tried to anticipate but could not quite get there. Both teams with 3 fouls to give before they will be in the bonus.
Foul card for Kenmore, team foul number 4.
Get that hand off him back there. Okay, he did. You don't want to get that foul 65, 70 feet away from the hoop. Williams really shadowing Johnson. I'd be sure I didn't lose him. Pass to Banks. They find Johnson, but they're just going to dare him to drive. Wild shot. Oh, trying to be too fast the other way. Williams loses it out of bounds. North did a real good job of being patient for about 30 seconds, and then they kind of fired up a quick shot. Pressure being brought, and it's broken. Johnson for three. Yes! They gave him a crease with the trap. Tipton can't handle it. Johnson with the steal. Beat behind the back. He gives it up. They give it to the trailer. He loses it and almost still went in. Tipton with the rebound. That's his 10th. Garfield needs a score. They don't get it, but they get their own rebound. Williams is fouled. I mean, with all this great shooting by North, you feel like they'd be up by about 15, but you look at the scoreboard, they're only up 6.
Garfield Kenmore will shoot 2.
Williams knocks down the first. He's got 10 now. Goins back in. And they got a sub coming in for the shooter, which will give them a chance to set up pressure if Williams can knock this down. And he does. Sub. He'll replace Williams. And that's Dandridge coming back in. And they actually take the pressure off. Give Williams a quick blow, maybe come in for that stretch 4-minute run. 4-point game. Banks to the hole. It's blocked by Tipton. Garfield, big possession for them as they look to trim it back here to 2. Again, you got to find Tipton, and they had him for a second in the high post, but now 2 guys swarming him. Good ball movement. They made the extra pass. It just needed to be a bounce pass, Peter. The bounce pass, easier to see, easier to handle. Harder to get hand on. Turnover, number 14 for the Rams. No reason to hurry if you're North. You want to get good shots here. That's got to be a foul, Peter. Nope, off of the foot. Banks gets it back maybe in justice. Wild shot, but he draws the foul. And Mark Smith is pleading for a foul as Banks takes that ball to the hoop. And I got to say, Banks, man, he's getting knocked around and hadn't said a word about it, just playing hard, doing all the little things, not getting points, but he's got the task of shadowing Tipton all night, which has not been an easy one. Deion Scott knocks down the first one. 1 out of 2 from the line for Scott. Rebound pulled down by Randolph, his 7th rebound. 5-point game. Good drive, but they can't get it to go. Tipton with the rebound up and good. And not only does he rebound well, he's got a very soft touch. 23 points, 11 rebounds for Trey Tipton. It's back to a 3-point game. For North, what's it going to be if it's not a 3 ball? Well, it's a 3 ball, that's what. Can't get it to go. As we talked, are they going to live and die? Goins with the rebound. Chance to cut it to 1 or tie it with a 3 for the Rams. We'll give it to him inside. Tipton can't get that one to go. Good pressure on defense. Campbell rips down the board. Point's going to get tougher and tougher to come by here, I think. That's going to be a bump. Tough guard. Deion Scott. He's kind of like a stretch 4 that can take you to the rack. Wouldn't the Cavs like to have that right now? Timeout North here. Just inside 3 minutes as they hang on to a 3-point lead. Big possession coming up for them. The conclusion of this one, I will pick your Fleury's Cafe player of the game. And because it's a close game, it's not decided. But other than that, there's 2 guys that have been that have 20-plus points. And it's not all about points, but they've been the most dominant guys on the floor. And we'll pick that here at the conclusion of tonight's contest, which has thus far been a pretty quick one. We'll jinx it. Get our next telecast will come to you from the Falcons' Nest at New Firestone High School. Hopefully the lights won't go out on us this time. That did happen. That happened in front of a capacity crowd too. As we get into the grinding portion of the season. Most teams have already played each other, so that second time. North inbounds it with the ball up 3, trying to get a W here at home. Good defense by Williams. Johnson can't get free that time. Wild shot, no. Good defense by the Rams, picked up by Williams. They're going to push. Williams open for the tie. In and out. Rebound Campbell. Good look for Williams, couldn't get it to go. And North needs a basket. Brown with pressure. And we're going to have an offensive foul, a moving screen off the ball on Deion Scott. I don't even know if you picked that one up on the camera.
Number 23 for Deion Scott at the 2:17 mark.
Oh, North goes man here. And I think that means you got to get the ball to Tipton. And they're in a rush again, and they lose it off the foot. Johnson gets another steal. Easy one as it popped right to him that time. 3 ball in the corner, why not? No. Javon Banks with another rebound. Again, Banks doing all those little things. Only 4 points for North in this 4th quarter, but it's been enough so far. And it looks like Campbell will go to the line to shoot 1 plus the bonus.
Kenmore, team foul number 7. That puts bonus. Juan Campbell will shoot 1 and 1.
Good for Campbell.
Campbell extended to 5.
Campbell 1 for 3 from the line. That one in and out. Tipton tips it to Dandridge. Garfield back the other way. Don't have to be in a rush here. Williams can't get it to go, but he gets his own rebound. Kicks it out and throws it away. A lot of time left. You don't have to rush if you're Garfield yet. Just got to play good defense and try to get, oh man, that should have been a stolen. Banks gets it, he goes to the rack, can't get it to go. Little quick on the shot there. Williams for a quick three, he got it. Down to one. Did not hesitate, did Williams. And North, you feel just trying to hang on. I think Coach, luckily he got it on that side right by Coach, and he saw the trap and gets a timeout. 1:03 left in this one. North trying to hang on. They lead by 1. Well, let's go over as we're got this timeout. Let's go over the leading scorers in the game. For Kenmore-Garfield, Trey Tipton leads the way with 23 points. 17 of them came in the first half. He also has 11 rebounds. Drew Williams with that big 3 ball has 14 points and 6 rebounds. Also in double figures, Cameron Brown, he's got 13. On the other side for the Vikings, Woodall has 11. Jaquan Campbell has a dozen and 7 rebounds to lead the way, along with Javon Banks. Jason Johnson leads the way offensively. 7 threes and 23 points for Jason Johnson. But can they get a 2? Can they get what they need? Or do they maybe one more 3? We said maybe how many threes would they need? 3? They got 1 this quarter, Peter. Can they get it in bounds right now? And they do. They trail by 1. You don't have to foul yet if you're Garfield. Don't get that foul. Try to get the turnover. They're running the weave. If you're going to foul somebody, maybe Banks. He hasn't scored yet today. Well, instead, they're going to foul. Deion Scott will go to the line and shoot 1-and-1. He's 3 for 4 from the line on the day. But this is when they get big. Somebody just fouled out. And that is Jordan Randolph. So they keep everybody back. 1-and-1. He drops it. Big Scott for Deion Scott. Can he make it a 3-point game? Deion Scott, ice water, knocks them both down. Ice water in the veins. You got time, but you're down 3. You don't want to wait too long.
Half a minute remaining in the fourth. Half a minute to go.
Nice shot, scoop, can't get it to go. Tipton with a tip, can't get it, gets another one. Ball on the floor, and it's won by Campbell, and they're gonna foul him in the backcourt. I'm sorry, Salters gets that loose ball, and he'll go to the line now to shoot, and it looks like, I think it's 2, maybe not. And the thing about it, not only did they score, it took about 20 seconds off the clock there. You can't say ice it. Unless you're doing my job. 1-and-1. 1-and-1. 1 plus the bonus here for Salters. He can't get it to go. Williams with the rebound. We're not done yet. Are they going to go for the 3 or the quick 2? It looks like 3. Oh, my goodness. They get him on the hook.
With 8 seconds to go.
Somebody did not want overtime. And Coach Kirsten cannot believe that one. They did have, Williams had a guy open though if he would have moved the ball and he tried to dribble through it. He did hook him. He did hook him. You just don't see that call late in the game very much. Now it's just absolutely important for North to get the ball in bounds. That's what they have to do at this point. Get the ball in bounds. Don't turn it over. You get the ball in bounds, you take enough time off the clock, and they'll be shooting 2 from here on in that it may not matter. Get the ball in bounds and make 1 out of 2. You get out of here with a win. And if I'm Garfield, I'm denying everything. I'm denying vision. I'm switching on everything. We'll see if North maybe goes for the home run. When you overplay like this, sometimes you can catch them going deep, but they got to get the ball in bounds. The other thing, let's see if North puts their best foul shooters on the floor. It all starts with getting the ball in bounds. North, let's see what Coach Smith drew up. Anything special or just go to one of your key plays? They want to foul Banks, but they don't. They just tied him up. They tied him up. Oh, my goodness. 4 seconds left. Garfield's got a timeout, I'm sure. And they're going to take it. And Coach Smith, I mean, he got fouled early, I think, but then he kind of stopped. And that's what you do. You go for the steal or you get the foul called. They tie him up and they have the possession arrow. So now, if you're North, you only have 5 team fouls. You can take a foul here if it's on the floor. You just don't want to foul a guy in the act of shooting the 3. You guard the 3-point line. As soon as they get it in, you foul them not intentionally. You go for the steal. You foul them on the floor. Take a second or 2 off. You make them inbound the ball again. That's one way to play it. That's the way I'd play it. Of course, you get called for an intentional foul, and you give up 2, and then a lob to Tipton, and you're out of here. But only 5 team fouls. Both teams, they're trying to keep us here longer, Peter, with all these timeouts, but as long as we don't see a wide open 3 go in, and you got to know what you're doing defensively. I imagine they're going to go man and not zone, and you either switch on picks or you don't. There's no in between. I got to see a lob to Tipton here and maybe go from there. And North did the smart thing. They saw the alignment, and they'll call a timeout. Of course, Garfield has one that they can use now, too, if they want. Or they just switch it up, the look. Was that the regular look, or was that the deke? So it comes down to 2 guys here for player of the game. It's pretty obvious. If the North Vikings win, it's going to be Jason Johnson, who's been brilliant tonight with 7 threes and 23 points.
North wins, they win. Garfield Kenmore, shoot a 3, force overtime.
On the other end, Trey Tipton has matched him with 23 points and 11 rebounds. But Tipton hasn't had any threes yet, and that's what they need here. Looks like they're going to keep him on the floor, maybe lob it into him, which would be the ideal time to foul. Four seconds left in what's been a little bit sloppy, but a relatively well-played ball game by both of these teams. We get set to run the inbounds. A lot of movement, and they're going to go to him. That's where you foul, but they don't. Tipton fires it up, and good defense by the Vikings, and they hold on to win here at home tonight. Well played. They ride the hot shooting of Jason Johnson and company to get a big, hard-earned victory here at home. Congratulations to your player of the game, Jason Johnson. Flurry's Cafe player of the game with 23 points on the evening. In a good ball game, North wins 59-56. We want to thank those that make it possible. For Ryan Rittenhouse and Peter George, I'm Joe Pacansky. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.